Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting a brand new series called Eating with Emma, because eating is something I very much like to do. And I know we all have to eat, so we may as well eat together. So it is Christmas, and I don't know when it became Christmas. It happened very fast. So I bought ingredients to make a pavlova from scratch. Now I have done that maybe twice before and it's been successful, but it's been a long time since I've done it. So I thought I would show you what recipe I follow. The recipe is called, un moment please, s'il vous plaît. Okay, so this recipe is from sallysbakingaddiction.com, and her recipe has the following ingredients. So I bought a bunch of things. This is not part of the pav, but these are delicious. So if you're in Australia, buy these. So I got some farm fresh strawberries from the market, some fresh blueberries, it's very delicious. I also got some cherries, but I think I might eat these by themselves. I don't know, or maybe I'll put a couple in the pavlova. I know cherries isn't really a typical thing that you put in a pavlova. And then I got some passion fruit pulp just in a can. And then I got some cornstarch, cream of tartar, CSR sugar. So this is caster sugar. You have to use like really fine sugar apparently, and then you need an acid to bind it or something. So I got cream of tartar, which is in her recipe, but I think you can also use things like vinegar and stuff like that, and it won't taste like vinegar. And then I got some cream to whip to put on the top. When I whip my cream, I usually put some vanilla essence and some icing sugar in it, and I whip that up and it gets really fluffy. So that's just my own thing. Vanilla essence, very, very important. And then the main ingredient, which is going to be a pain, is eggs. So separating out the egg whites and the egg yolk. I'm going to save my egg yolk and I'm going to make a hollandaise sauce, because I love hollandaise sauce. And I have bacon and eggs, so just lots of eggs. So we are going to give this recipe a try. So first, we want to preheat the oven to 177 degrees Celsius. How do I do 177? It's very specific. I thought I didn't have baking paper, but I do. So first we preheat the oven, then we line a large baking sheet with parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. So I think I have a thing. I have this, so I'll use this. How do I open this? Seriously, how do I open this? This one? Oh, okay. Oh, got it. I am an adult. I am an adult and I know things. Alright. Alright. Lined. Now, what is the next step? Let's see. The handheld mixer or stand mixer, beat the egg whites until soft peaks form for about 5 minutes. Alright, let's do that. Let's get the mixer. I don't bake, as you can tell. I have been successful at making a chocolate cake recently, and it was from scratch, and I think I actually did really well. Okay, bowl is done. Now I need to separate the eggs. So how many egg whites do I need? 4 large egg whites. So I guess I should do this into a separate bowl in case I get some egg yolk in there. And then I need 1 for the yolks. So I literally just like do this. I don't really know if there's like any other way, but it works for me. I kind of like flit it back and forth between the shell and then just like let it slide out and kind of put my thumb on the egg yolk so it doesn't land in the whites. This is like one thing I think I actually do quite well. Watch me fail at that now. So I like do that, and then I immediately hold the shell that way, and then I just like flit it back and forth between the shell and kind of like pull the white off the egg yolk. The website actually has a recipe for lemon curd as well to make out of the egg yolks, but I don't really like lemon curd, so I'm just gonna make hollandaise, as I said. I love hollandaise. Are you guys like, do you clean up as you bake, or are you like a make a big mess person and then clean when you're done baking? Like, I want to know. Let me turn the light on. Is that a little bit better? So, egg whites have been separated. I'm going to pop them into the bigger bowl now. And I know that there's no egg yolk in there. And then we're going to whisk this for 5 minutes or until soft peaks form. I've peaked. I have beaten my egg whites for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add the sugar. So she says that I have to add the sugar in 2 additions, so half a cup at a time, beating for 30 seconds in between, and then continue beating onto high speed until glossy, stiff peaks form for about 2 minutes. The peaks should be stiff enough that you can hold the whisk upright and the peaks won't move. Alrighty, so I have my cup of sugar, which looks like this. So I'm gonna add half of that in here. I have to go over here because my whisk is like too far otherwise. So let's whisk for 30 seconds. And the rest of the sugar. Now I have to add the vanilla and beat for a minute. And they should be very stiff. Okay. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Ow! This is my vanilla essence, and I have to do a teaspoon. Now wish me luck because I'm about to beat for 2 more minutes. This is the way it looks now. So this was after the vanilla extract, and I beat it for another 2 minutes, and so it's like very stiff, so it shouldn't actually move. It's so dangerous. Okay, so we need a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Which is this little guy. Pop that in there. And then I need a teaspoon of cornstarch. Teaspoon of cornstarch. I think this just helps it like stay together and not separate. So I'm just gonna fold that in. How am I gonna fold that in? I don't have a spatula. I'm just gonna use this. Oh, that is a stiff peak. Oh, that's so satisfying. Look at it. Whoa. See, this is why I asked the question about whether you're a clean baker or a non-clean baker. Because I start off like super clean, like cleaning up after myself, but then it just ends up like that. So I am a little messy. And yes, you are sitting on top of my toaster. So now what we have to do is we have to put it in the oven tray, but we have to like put it in a circle. So I'm just gonna plonk it on there. So that's my tray. I don't think you can really see much, but you just have to like plonk it on in a circle. And you can draw like a circle on your parchment paper if you want. I don't, just because I like to live on the wild side. So I'm gonna plonk it on there, and then I'm just gonna like smooth it out into a circle and like create little decorative little thingy-mabobs, I don't know, make it look cute. So I'm just gonna like smooth it out a little more. A dip shape? Dippy shape? You know what I mean. Like it always has like a little like, that sort of thing. How's that? Like that's cute, right? I'm just gonna shove it in the oven. Now, the recipe says to like shove it in the oven and then turn the temperature down straight away. All right, so it's in the oven and it's said to change the temperature down to 93 degrees Celsius as soon as you shut the oven door. So she is in
the oven, and we just have to be really quiet and not disturb her for 90 minutes. And it said if it like starts to brown at different spots to just rotate the baking paper, but it says to try and like not touch the oven or open the oven as much as you can, or it disturbs the baking process. So I'm gonna go clean up this mess now, and then I'll come back to you in an hour and a half. All right, it has been 90 minutes and my pavlova is cooling in the oven. So I thought I would just do my whipped cream. So, and yes, I now have makeup on and a different outfit. Because I've got people coming over tonight. So this is what the pav is actually for. So I've just got some thickened cream. I've got about 600 mils of that. And I'm just going to whip it. So I'm not actually following a recipe for this. I'm just literally beating it. I'm just going to put in a little bit of vanilla essence and some icing sugar. So I'll pop that all in my bowl. And then I just use some CSR icing sugar. And there must be moisture in my bag. But I literally just sprinkle like a tiny bit in. About that much. It doesn't really matter, it's just like taste until it tastes good. And then I have a little bit of vanilla essence, so I just do like a little dash. I'm actually gonna put a dash of Liquor 43 in here as well, just because I'm in a boozy mood. And now we're just gonna beat this until I have some whipped cream. All right, I managed to get cream everywhere. This is why I changed outfits in the first place. Remember that whole clean cooking thing? That's the cream. I do mine like pretty stiff. You have to be careful not to overbeat it. Oh god, that's so good. I love whipped cream. I'm lactose intolerant, but I love it. I pay for my crimes. All right, it has been an hour and a half, and now I have to turn the oven off and let it cool down in the oven. Okay, let me show you my pav. So, this is what the pav looks like, and yes, I did poke it, that was a mistake. But it's got the nice like crispy outside and fluffy inside, so I just kind of had to check, and I'm gonna put cream over the top anyway. That is my pav. I'm gonna take it out of this dish and I'll pop it onto a tray, and then I'll start putting the cream on, I guess. I think it's cool enough. I accidentally broke it. I was trying to take the parchment paper off, and it's not quite cool enough to do that yet. So she's a little broken, which is a bit frustrating, but it'll still taste good. So I'm just gonna leave it alone for a bit. This is very stressful. So I keep trying to take it off the parchment paper, and it keeps collapsing. So I'm just gonna put the cream on top of it as is on the parchment paper and put it in the fridge. So I'm hoping that fixes things. Whipped cream. Oh, my poor little pav, he's falling apart. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna hide it all, essentially, with cream. That already looks better. See, that already looks so much better just putting cream on the top. Oh my god, I made a pavlova. Well, that's my pav. We shall see what happens to it later, but I'm gonna put it in the fridge now, I think. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna cover it though. I did not think this through. Anyway, that's my pav. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you coming to eat with me, and I hope you enjoyed this new sort of series I think I'm going to start on my channel, where it's eating with Emma. I'm going to go feed this to all of my friends. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I'm a genius. I just use my microwave oven thing to put on top, and then I'll put a tea towel on the top of that, and that'll keep it nice. Look at that, thrifty.